Welcome back to the channel. We recently attended the 2-day Champ School at New Jersey Motorsports Park. We started the class by going over tire grip and suspension loading, then got in a van to see what the track looked like, to get familiar with the turns, where to brake, add throttle, and learning where to apex.
To build positive acceleration through here, driving up and out towards this edge of the curve in here. Nice time to relax, take a break, breathe, think about my plan rolling into 4 here. Picking up the brakes, slowing down up in towards here. My eyes are up out towards the exit, and I'm starting to look for 5, but still steering right. Going back to the brakes, steering down in, looking up for my exit, making these adjustments with the brakes through here.
We got a pep talk before we went out on track to follow the instructors. What Cody doesn't know is I'm trying not to throw up because I'm terrified of riding in the rain, and it's pouring.
How we doing? Good. Let's get warmed up, right? Let's get our body warmed up. Focusing on eyes and brakes, and then trying to play with that body position, with our lower body. Have that outer knee pulling in, okay? All right, let's get warmed up. Let's loosen up.
We took many laps following the instructors. We were focused on learning smooth braking and body position to help alleviate risk when riding, along with being consistent and creating good habits.
So I saw when you first went by, you rushed a couple corners, just getting in there a little hotter, which made you off apex. But then you started to catch yourself, because as we started going, you kind of like got back on.
Each time around, we would stop and get immediate feedback on what we were doing right and wrong. I really struggled with body position, but felt like each time around I relaxed and it got a little easier and I got a little bit better.
How we doing? Pretty good? Cool. Let's focus a little more on body position. I want to make sure we're scooting back so that knee can really drive into the tank. And as you're hanging off to one side, let's try to bend at the elbow. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, there you go. Now let's see how that hand has to move. Leave the hand here. A little bit closer. So as we're coming across, this hand's got to rotate so the head can move over more. Just because we're running a little more lean than I'd like.
The instructors are some of the best in the world. Some are professional racers, and a few were even on the podium the weekend before. All were very friendly and knowledgeable. We were in small groups of no more than 4 to 1. My group was 2 to 1, so the instructors were really able to take time and focus on teaching you the skills that you needed to focus on. As the class went along, we moved into mini drills that really drove home the need for smooth braking and adapting to changes on the track.
Nice, very smooth. Yeah, that's stopping in the corners. That looks really good. Yeah, very smooth. Keep doing the same thing. It'll become more challenging once you add a little more pace to that.
What are we working on, Beth?
I haven't had my bike pulled on yet.
This is a great time to do it, right?
Yeah, sure.
We're connecting our eyes and our hands to the brakes, okay? Faster. You see how you're jumping off the brakes there, right? You feel the bike jumping up and down because we're releasing and we're initializing the brakes too quick. Okay? This is what we call the first 5 and the last 5. Faster. Slow down. Okay. You see how You feel the movements, and it's not that much pressure that you're applying. And these small, gradual movements that we want to work on, because that's what makes a huge difference in our braking. Okay?
It was hard to believe we could ride so hard and brake quickly in the pouring rain as much as we were. We got a great example of this when we rode as a passenger with the instructors. Oh my goodness. The instructors filmed each of us at one point, and we went over the footage together to talk about the good, the bad, and well, you can listen for yourself.
Yeah, really good here. Brakes all the way down here, really good. All the way down here. See it, upper body, like that head drop, kind of picking the bike up, driving it off, right? Accelerate, plan to go back to the brakes, good. Boom, really getting it down in there. Yeah. Why do we go back to the center?
Habit, I think.
Yeah, right. You know, we accelerate with 2 rights in a row. We can leave our butt to the right side so we don't have to go jump back into the middle. Really good brakes, all the way in happy with speed and just a little bit rushed, right? We kind of went in there a little deep. Oh, man, we accelerate. I like this. Go back to the brakes. Good. Same thing in here. Just a couple more feet earlier on the tip in, and then yep. Maximizing that racetrack as much as possible. Free speed, opening that radius up.
Good. Drive. Oh, I think I saw a little wheelie there. Driving to the edge of the track. You know, we get there eventually. I'd like to see us get there a little bit sooner. Coming up on the brakes. Driving out. Yeah, for the most part, really using our eyes good for direction, but I'd like to see things a little sooner. Almost like the reactions are a little bit awesome. Right, so back here we had direction here. We didn't need the brakes anymore. Here we could actually start adding that positive acceleration. It was just a little late, which is great, right? We're not hurt. I'd rather that than be rushed, right? Too early with the throttle. We're crossing the other yellow going off track.
We broke both our hips, so we can only move our upper body.
We started rider adjustment drills. First drill, no lower body movement. Second drill, we could not use the left side of the handlebar. Third drill, visual impairment. Now Isaiah is just messing with him. Fourth drill, horn had to go off every time when braking. The rain finally stopped and some of us were able to get a little more spirited. I have a feeling my life is about to get really expensive with track days. Someone may be looking for a deal on the new YZF R9.
Really nice driving. Thank you. Really nice driving. I love seeing those brakes happen.
I may have overcome some of my fear of riding in the rain, and I feel like I'm a safer and more adaptable rider. Thanks, Champ School. Please like, please subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.